Hello to all my HBK champions. Learning academics through video sessions is easy and it is very interesting. Yes, up till now we have studied that Dutch, the French and the Britishers, they were trying their hands to trade in India. They made their forts in Pulicat and Madras. Dutch were not able to sustain because they were very weak in their planning and organization work, whereas Britishers were brilliant in the administration work. So Britishers established British East India Company in India. They were gaining power, and observing this thing, French thought that they can try their hands too. French started French East India Company. Students, do you think Britishers will allow the competition in India? No. Hence, Britishers and French East India Company, they both had war. Ultimately, the winner was British East India Company. Further, in this lesson, we will study today the wars between Britishers and the Nawab of Bengal. These were the two big battles named as Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Let us first discuss the scenario of this battle. What were the reasons and factors responsible for the occurrence of Battle of Plassey? By now, you all know Britishers came to India for the purpose of trade. They kept on exploiting us and gained a lot of power in India. They started trade on the bank of river Hooghly, and when they started constructing factories, they made sure they garrisoned them with forts in order to protect themselves from any kind of external attacks. They were very smart people. Aurangzeb was not an appropriate ruler for the citizens. He was very harsh towards Hindus, and he was greedy too. So he supported Britishers and he gained annual returns from the Britishers. He allowed Britishers to trade and without any policies. Britishers were happy with the support of Aurangzeb. They got an addiction of working freely under Aurangzeb's rule. After Aurangzeb's death, the rulers who were there on the throne had different policies and taxation system. Now Britishers opposed, and they were never ready to pay taxes which the new rulers wanted. Ali Vardi Khan tried to fight and wanted the Britishers to start adjusting according to them, but Ali failed. After Ali, Siraj-ud-Dawla came, and now let us see what happened. Siraj-ud-Dawla became Nawab of Bengal in the year 1756. He had an overwhelming influence over the British. The British helped the competitors of Siraj-ud-Dawla by conspiring against him so that he would not remain on the throne of Bengal. Students, this is wrong. We cannot remove anyone because of our greed. There were frequent conflicts with the British merchants regarding payment of taxes. When the British merchants failed to pay taxes which were applicable to both Indian and foreign merchants. The situation came to a boil. He ordered that the British should not fortify the factory, pay the taxes as per the rules, and trade as per the terms and conditions. This provocation was enough for the Siraj to opt for the war. Siraj-ud-Daulah strictly asked to punctually pay taxes and follow the policies. Britishers were in no mood. They wanted to work in their own manner. This was the main reason behind Battle of Plassey. Students, you have to understand this sensitive situation. In this situation, both Indian traders and foreign traders, they were given the same policies. Britishers were not bothering at all. Siraj-ud-Daulah warned them again and again, but still they continued constructing the forts. Finally, Siraj-ud-Daulah ordered not to fortify any factory. Still, Britishers were not listening. This time, Nawab ordered to destroy the forts. As soon as this news was given to Robert Clive, he was ready to fight with his army. But soon Robert Clive observed that Siraj-ud-Daulah was a very strong ruler and it was not easy to fight against him. And then he thought of a plan. This plan was that to bribe the Daulah's commander. Mir Jafar was the commander-in-chief. He was offered to become the next Nawab of Bengal. And in return, Mir Jafar was asked to tell all the secrets to Robert Clive so that they can win the battle. Mir Jafar accepted this, and this war happened in a village named Plassey. Siraj-ud-Daulah was defeated in just half day. Now the new Nawab was Mir Jafar. He was the king. But students, it was a very big cheating. Battle of Buxar. As promised, the East India Company appointed Mir Jafar as Nawab of Bengal. Robert Clive also went back to England. With the passage of time, Mir Jafar became hostile toward the British. The company decided to replace him with his son-in-law Mir Kazim. Mir Kazim was an efficient, disciplined and clever ruler. The problem arose between Nawab and the company on account of non-payment of taxes, which ultimately brought both the forces face to face with each other. In 1763, Mir Kazim was defeated by the company, but he escaped. He recognized his army along with the forces of Nawab of Oudh, Shuja-ud-Daulah and Mughal Emperor Shah Alam. Ultimately, Britishers were treating Nawabs as their puppets. Mir Jafar was a king, but there was no power for a king. Mir Jafar ultimately realized his mistake. He was angry, and it was difficult for him to accept this humiliation. In fact, kingdom was not able to gain enough funds. This made the situation worst. So, Mir Jafar asked Britishers to pay the taxes on time. This behavior of Mir Jafar was not accepted by the Britishers. So they made Mir Kazim who was son-in-law of Mir Jafar, the new king, the new Nawab. Mir Kazim was clever, ambitious, and was not ready to handle this torture. He fought and created a havoc in British administration. Britishers were again furious. Mir Kazim took help from Nawab of Oudh and Shah Alam. These three people joined their hands and they fought against Britishers. They formed a very big army. The battle was fought on 22nd October 1764 in Buxar, which is presently in Bihar. Unfortunately, the Nawabs lost, and once again Britishers took the control of these three kings. This was again possible for the Britishers because of their great army, unity, and excellent planning. In this chapter, you can see that both the battles were in favor of Britishers. I'm sure you have gained great knowledge. Now, note down the new words. You have to find out these words from dictionary. Havoc, furious, conspiracy, humiliation. I hope you have enjoyed all the sessions, and I want you to download the PDF of SS books from Google and start reading the chapters. Students, reading helps us to learn the new words. It enhances your vocabulary, improves your language skill, and it is a great way to spend time. Take care, students. Thank you.